Hi everyone, it's Jenny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with Heartcraft paper and I'm using Penguin New Year. So I have already printed the image onto Express It blending card and I am colouring it up using Copic markers. So Express It blending card is a Copic safe cardstock. It's perfect for the blending and all those sorts of things. So it's usually my go-to paper. So I am using some of these C markers to make the white area. So I'm using C2, C0, and then I'm using the Zero Colourless blender. So I'm just starting by colouring in the darkest grey first and then slowly pulling it out. The reason why I do that on this area is because I want to start with those white areas so that I don't accidentally pull in the colour from the other areas. So I'm just working my way through. I'm now going in, mapping out where all the darkest areas are going to be. With black areas, I do usually tend to do it this way just because you need to add so much colour to try and get to the darkest and blend it at the same time. I try to map out what I'm doing first and then I work my way through all of the colours. So I'm using C10, C8, C6 and C4. It's one of my go-to combos. Usually when I'm doing my black areas, I do kind of jump between the neutral markers and the C markers, the cool grey markers. Today I've gone with those cool grey markers. So like I said, this is a digital image. It's from Heartcraft paper. I did actually end up colouring two of these and I made two separate cards. So that's pretty exciting for me when I get to make more than one card at a time, completely different cards, and I will share both of them at the same time because I couldn't decide on which one to schedule first, so I've decided just to share both of them in the one post. So I'm just working my way through, pulling all of that colour out into the image. So I'm now just about done. So I have sped this up quite a bit and I am making sure that it is really, really well blended. It's nice to have that smooth transition between each of the colours rather than seeing where each of the colours starts and stops. So I'm just working my way through. Some little bug was trying to attack me at the same time. That doesn't help when you're colouring. Don't they understand that? Alright, so now I'm going in with my YR markers. I'm using YR14, YR04 and YR09 to colour his little feet and his beak. So just getting all that nice and blended. So you could use this image for anything. It doesn't have to be on a New Year's card. If you don't use that sentiment, you can use it for, you know, an 18th or a 21st or whatever. I think it would be perfect for those. So it's a great versatile image. And he is certainly cute. So now I'm going into his bow tie. I'm colouring using the red markers. I'm using R35, R37 and R39. And I did lay down the lightest coat first and then I've gone in darkest to lightest. And then slowly pulling all of that colour back out and making sure there's a nice blend. Now you've got to remember when you're using your red markers is not to oversaturate because it will bleed out. So on this little guy I decided to give him a red hat. So I'm using that same colour blend that I used on his bow tie and I'm doing his hat. So I will do a different colour on that strip of his hat there. Now I'm being very, very careful here to flick all of that red, the darkest colour in, because obviously I don't want to mess that up. It's not as easy to push back in with the colourless blender as other colours are. So now I'm going in with my next colour and starting to flick all of that colour into the centre of the image. Just making sure that I pick up all the edges of that dark marker. And then finally going in with the R35 and just blending all of that colour back out. Getting a nice transition so that I can get them to meet in the middle. Okay, so that's all the red done. So now I'm giving him some champagne. So I'm going to use R30 and R32 for the champagne. So that includes the bottle and the glass that I'm doing there. And then I'm just using the two blends because I only wanted it to be very light. So I'm just carefully blending that out, trying not to lose too much of that darkness. Giving it a brown cork, I'm using the E31 and E35 on the cork. And then just going back to those light C markers to colour the glass. Now I'm going in with the C4 and then the C2 to do that little emblem on the wine bottle. So now I'm going back in and I'm doing that black ribbon section on his hat. So I'm just using those dark C markers again. I think I used C6, C8, C10. Working my way through, making sure that it meets in the middle and giving him some cheeks with the R20. And I'm adding some Wink of Stella onto his bow tie. Now I only done the colouring on video for this one today, so it's a nice quick one for you. There will be links on the YouTube post of where you can purchase the image from. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe so that you can see more of my videos, and I will see you all soon. Bye.
Thank you for watching Heartcraft Paper. You can visit us on our website at www.heartcraftpaper.com. For more videos and tutorials like these, don't forget to subscribe.